Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome and good evening, sim racing fans, to another round of the West Coast Sim Racing GR86 series. Tonight we head across the pond out here to Thruxton Speedway here. This one's one of my favorite tracks. It is long, it is flowy, it has also been built on an old Air Force base here. 40-minute long race, competition caution here, coming at the 20th minute in the race. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Sean Stam. Thank you all joining here tonight on Stam Studio Network. This is the fastest track in the UK. It's famous for those high-speed corners and sweeping backstretch sections. We're going to have the slipstream and draft play a role here tonight, as well as really only two braking zones there, turn 1 and turn 3. We're going to have to keep the old eyeballs peeled here tonight. As there we see it, drivers making their way to the virtual grid here tonight. We'll take a look at first the race information and then mosey on over to the grid here tonight. Working with 12 turns, I believe that's, 2.32 miles. Couldn't be a better day for racing here across the pond. 67-degree Fahrenheit ambient temp. That'll boil down to 65-degree track temp there, 7% humidity. Cloudy skies here tonight, 4 miles per hour to our backs. There you see road to 1,000 subscribers. Tell your neighbor, tell your grandma, tell your doggy. If you have to, make a YouTube account for your doggy. In all seriousness, though, I appreciate every single one of you that has liked, commented, and subscribed here, as well as everybody who's joined in live tonight, the live YouTube chat. We already have Milena, we have Terry, we have Jordan, we have Logan in here, as well as Moonlight Dancer. Thank you all for joining in on this wonderful race evening. Nico Colby, how about it? Remember, a week ago, the triple Colby action happened for the second time in SSN racing history. Nico Colby is going to slap it out on the pole with the 122.089. Stone Colby, he's going to start up there right beside his little bro on the front row. Stone Colby up there, P2. Marvin Samayo. Marvin was very, very fast in practice. Andrew Bound, Daniel Higgins, Ali Iksay, Lucas Barnett, Noah Blackwell, Slater Colby, Darren Colby, father of the trio bunch. He's going to start here in 10th. That's Brandon Birch, Amethyst Reese down there in 12th. Warren Johnson starting 13th, Joe Rainey, Jake Steckler, Daniel Parmalee, Andreas Profana, and Christian Gonzalez rounding out our 18, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm not going to count them, 18 driver field here tonight. As always, race fans, what I want you to do right now, no matter where you're joining us from, even if you're live right now or if you happen to catch this race broadcast after it has been broadcasted, what I want you to do a little something special here as we make our way through the chicane. I want you to get up, stand up for your life. Don't give up the fight, because we have waited a whole nother week for it. We are live once again for the West Coast Sim Racing GR86 series. Green flag is out here. We're already looking 3 wide here into turn 1. Remember, turn 1 as well as turn 3 is a great passing opportunity, great passing zone for something to be made earlier on. We'll have to see if these drivers will keep it all cold, calm, and collected. Oh, there's 3 wide. I think that's the dark black and gold machine of Daniel Higgins, who's going to slide it in there. Oh, we're still 3. Oh, no, no, no. Brandon Birch, he's back there with them as well. Amethyst Reese back there. Looks like all of these drivers. Oh my goodness, very nice race start here. 3 and 4 wide, settles back down to 2. Nico Colby continues to lead up out in front. Stone Colby makes his way up to P2. Andrew Bound here. How about it? Andrew already gains one spot there over Marvin Samayoa. Here comes Ali Xay starting to creep in the distance. Noah Blackwell, also known as Spicy Egg Roll there. He works also 2 spots gained here since the drop of the green flag. Now we're going to start to work down this long back straightaway here at Thruxton. It's got a little bit of a bent in it here, so you can't quite NASCAR bump and run it here, but you can definitely make the teamwork, make the dream work here tonight. We're not only 2 and through the first lap here, and we're continuing to see some really nice battles all and throughout the race pack. Battles and times were very, very close, not only within practice, but as well within qualifying here. Here comes the Rainy Homes racing machine. How is that not a slow down there for not only Joe, but as well as Amethyst Reese? Looks like almost 4 tires off the racing surface there. We'll settle it back down to, well, 4 tires back on it here, side by side. That'll be Joe Rainey. That's Lucas Barnett. I believe that's a newer driver name here. He's going to run the 13 Toyota GR86. Oh boy, they're starting to heat up there behind him as well. Amethyst Reese. Here comes Warren Johnson. Jake Steckler is trying to join this battle as well, as Warren Johnson and Jake Steckler, that VehicleBuyers.com machine, will both run side by side. Now Jake thinks will think better of it. If you're just now joining in, welcome in here, Stam Studio Network. This is going to be a great, fun race to watch. Make sure you have yourself a drink. You got yourself a snack early on, because you're not going to want to leave the seats there. You see Joe Rainey start to run a little wide. Here we go, back up to the battle for the race lead. Nico Colby, Stone Colby continuing to make that teamwork work. But don't look now, Andrew Bound. Andrew, he won our NASCAR race, our little fun race in the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing Sunday Fun Day night there, after taking a beat and a bang from none other than, I'll say the old third, than Sean Stam. I don't know if I say it third person or just say myself, but that was so much fun coming to the white flag lap there. Gave Andrew a shot there coming to the checkered flag, and well, Andrew does Next Gen Machine. Speaking of Next Gen, Casey Mears is going to join us live at the real life Daytona International Speedway in just, well, this weekend's time. That's fun. That's going to be a driver to keep an eyeball on, at least as a long shot here. It's a complete opposite of long shot tonight. Nico Colby, Stone Colby, and Andrew Bound continue to run first, second, third. And no, that's not because of Casey. That is just the team. I think that's what, Joshua Licky's team. Anyways, we'll continue to run nose to tail, front bumper to rear bumper here tonight for the race lead. NBM, I think it's NBM. Stone Colby, he's going to continue to knock on that rear bumper, giving Nico a shot here. Once again, you have to be careful how hard you send that driver up and in front of you into the braking zones. Here we go through that final chicane once again, coming to the start-finish line. That was outside of turn 12. Here we go, single filing up here through the race lead. Amethyst Reese, Lucas Barnett, and Joe Rainey still continuing to also run nose to tail here for 11th, 12th, and 13th. Austin Mice, welcome to the VIP pit pass there. That's as a new YouTube live member here who has, that's just a driver, is also a race fan who is showing their appreciation for us. Austin, we're going to get your name updated there in the bottom scroll, because not only does that bottom scroll show the upcoming broadcast, but we have now updated it to show the special thank you to those YouTube members, including Harvest, Ashley L, Fluky86, and Irish. Well, Austin, we're going to have to update it here, as well as update you here for the battle for the race lead. VehicleBuyers.com machine, Stone Colby, starting to knock on that rear bumper of his younger brother, Slater, excuse me. These laps continuing to tick off here pretty quick. I'm glad we're running a timed race instead of a laps race, because look at, goodness gracious, what are we running? 122s here tonight. Stone ran a 121.99, fastest lap of the race last time by. with that slipstream, with that draft, that's pretty much, we have a slipstream run up there for the front. Really 1 through 9 runners here. We're gonna look side by side here for Amethyst Reese. She's gonna get 2 tires up there on the, not grass, but it was painted to look like grass, I think there. Amethyst not really able to get the run there that she needs out of the exit. Here comes Warren Johnson though, starting to join this battle as well for 12th, 13th, and 14th. This is beautiful racing here tonight from Thruxton. Can't get much better than it, the West Coast Sim Racing Series. I'm gonna treat the fans right here live to a quick crank it up. Enjoy the sights and sounds here tonight from Thruxton across the pond. I know it was a quick one, but I'm sorry. Go ahead, crank this puppy back down, because still up here battling for the race lead here tonight from Thruxton. Ooh, Noah Blackwell shown with a black flag right now up in timing and scorings. But here we are, battle for front 4 and 5 runners here tonight. Nico, Stone, Andrew, as well as Marvin continuing to make up that top 4. Ali XA joins the top 5 as well. I'm interested to see on the really how hard these drivers push their GR86s tonight, because even though the track temperatures and track conditions were relatively, if not, I mean, just optimal for racing here, we've seen time and time again, not only within these GR86s, but as well as the Mazda MX-5s within the sim, even if you push your tires a little bit too earlier on, if you try to carry the speed through the apex there, you're going to continue to burn not only the lefts and rights. As real quick, this is going to confirm a Noah Blackwell. He's got that nickname up there in the time against scoring, another known as Spicy Egg Roll. He's going to take his penalty here, as well as car's going to go up on invisible air jacks for fresh tires, I do believe, will be going on Noah's machine. Remember, we've seen, how many times is it, has Stone just continued to stalk and creep out the dungeon? He's continued to work his way up through the race pack here. Sure, these front 3 runners are continuing to run where they started this race, but I noticed as we were on board with the live driver cams during the quick crank it up, I saw Marvin, he was already sawing on that race wheel, not maybe quite struggling for grip just yet, but as Marvin, it's hard right here, because Marvin, he doesn't really have, he's got the friendship up there for Nico and Stone working with them, but he's definitely still within the slipstream. Will he have the teamwork there once he gets to him there, or will he possibly have to rely on maybe even Ali XA? Ali XA works 2 spots gained since the drop of the green flag. 9.5 minutes down out of a 40-minute race. 10 minutes go to the competition caution. How about Slater Colby? He gains 4 spots since the drop. Andrew Bound loses, what is that, 2 spots there after Andrew was running up in the top 3 earlier on in the race. Real quick, here's a replay of our most recent incident. This is this is when we were looking at the side-by-side. I think this was on lap 1 even. That vehiclebuyers.com machine. Jake Steckler gets loose as a goose there. Right sire's completely off the racing circuit. Around that'll send the Vehicle Buyers 42 machine. Take another look at it here and watch these right side tires. It's hard enough to find some grip here in these GR86s with 4. Then you try to find the grip with only 2 tires on the surface there, and around it'll send it. That's really been our only incident of the race here so far. Here's another look at the race restart. Nico Colby, remember, he was out there leading up front. Stone Colby, Marvin starting in third. We saw some 2 and 3, even 4 wide start to ensue there into turn 1, but somehow, some way, we all live to find another day. Daniel Higgins, he started up there. He was in the meat of the sandwich on this restart. Daniel, that was the car that we saw, the black and gold machine that dove it to the inside. Excuse me, nope, Daniel's the number 1 machine, who's that, the very vibrant yellow and baby blue, also a little bit hot pink on that number 1 machine. Daniel, so far after starting 5th, he'll only lose 2 spots, but goodness gracious, Brandon Birch and Lucas Barnett starting to go nose to tail here, as well as Joe Rainey. That Rainey Homes Racing machine starting to draw a bead on that rear bumper of Darren Colby up there right in front. Darren Colby, he is also within the slipstream and the draft range of Daniel Higgins up out there in front. We don't really do too much NASCAR racing with these GR86, or quite frankly at all. We don't do any NASCAR racing with these GR86s, but here tonight from Thruxton, UK's fastest road circuit here. We're gonna see some beating, we're gonna see some banging, and we're gonna see some streaming here tonight. 8 minutes to go till the competition yellow. Daniel Higgins tries to work to try to break that slipstream, tries to break that draft here. Oh, Darren, he's going to try to dive it in there. I thought he was going to have this nose. Will we see the crossover here? These are 2 buddies going at it, side by side, up the hill here from Thruxton. This is amazing racing. This is immaculate racing. You can't get much better than it here. Here, side by side, once again, 2 rows back. Darren, he's going to slide it down the inside. Nice pass. Darren Colby back up to P7. How about Darren? He continues to slice and dice his way through the race field. He's going to bring Daniel Higgins right there with him. Once again, Daniel Higgins, he's also not only a road course racer, but he is also taking it to the next-gen stock car racing out there in the Bump and Run Cup Series. Not only oval, but he is Shane Van Gisberging it up there in the road courses. Not only some podium finishes, but as well as some real nice finishes on the oval as well. Daniel, keep it up there, man. Not only out there on the track, but as well as everything there you do behind the scenes. Great, great guy overall. Lucas Barnett, Joe Rainey continuing to run the closest to one another here. That's about 4/10 of a second. That next gap of 4/10 of a second will be Slater and that's Darren Colby and Daniel Higgins. That battle continues to ensue. Right now our closest will be Andrew Bound and Slater Colby, as well as the battle for the race lead. It's retaining within less than 1/10 of a second, lap after lap after lap. But you really can't do it justice here because you have that huge draft to work with. There's really only 2 passing zones, being turn 1 and turn number 3. 13 and a half, call it 14 minutes down this time by. Real quick before we get to some more racing action, I have to thank each and every one of you joining in here live on Stam Studio Network. We see the YouTube chat popping off. Who is in here with us? And if you have joined us on the vertical chat, make sure you mosey your way on over to horizontal land as well. We got Lumen 91 Daniels in here as well. And Sean is really into it in this race, man. You got to be, man. Can't put the old fans to sleep here tonight. It's late for me, but early for the West Coast sim racing here. Look at Andreas Profana. He continues to fight the wheel. Oh no, Andreas is actually down into pit lane. Dynaco Machine 95 gonna take a quick pit stop here. Also got Terry Milena still hanging out here with us. Moonlight Dancer El Maria also joining us as well. There you see it. Andreas is number 95, Dynaco Machine, going to go up on the invisible air jacks, so that's going to be quite a bit of time lost here under green flag running conditions. Battle for the race lead continues to heat up as we have 5 minutes to go till the competition caution. I don't think Stone, he's not going to make a move here just yet, but I'm surprised as we have the live driver eye cam here for Stone Colby. I'm very surprised that this GR86 has continued to not really run hot just yet. I just got an inch away from my screen here. I was trying to see if he wasn't running any hot temps, but everything looks cool, calm, and collected on that dash here to continue. I mean, there's no clean air going into that front radiator, something that we see simulated pretty well within the NASCAR land here. Well, Stone, he's making it look like these GR86s can take quite a bit of some more dirty air here. Sure, we're not running at the speeds, obviously, that stock cars are, but I like to wonder what speeds we are running here tonight. Look at the bottom right of your screen. We're going to start to push 118, 120, possibly 125 as we settle things back down here to 100. It's just a cool, calm, and collected 100, right? All right, well, with Stone, Colby still not making a move over his little bro, Nico. Well, we continue to see this battle heat up for not only for the lead, but as well as for P2 and P3. And as Marvin, if he can't, well, sure, he's closed up in on this battle now. He has that quote-unquote DRS to work with here. It's just draft as these GR86s, they just poke such a huge hole in the air here. You have it. It's my experience. If you're about 4 to 5/10ths of a second back, you can definitely continue to retain that run. Here we go. Battle for the race lead continues to heat up here tonight from Thruxton. Stone still not opting to make a move. Real quick, here's some side-by-side battles as Darren Colby. Does he have damage, or is he just given a point by there, or is it just a slowdown for the 52? Okay, well, we have another quick couple of replays to look at here. First of all, Stone Colby went off the track just a lap or two ago. We'll take a look at what happened as he tries to hound Nico Colby. Oh, that's just 4 tires off the racing surface. No harm, no foul there. But you know it is a harm. You know it is a foul. I believe the number 95 Donico machine. I think this is why we saw Andres into the pits here. Possibly a self-induced spin coming into this tough technical chicane here. Oh, Andres hard. He's going to pancake that inside tire barrier. Daniel Parmalee also with an incident here. We'll hop on board and see what happens to the driver of 64 machine. Oh, same corner here that Andres just had an incident in as well. Ooh. Heard a little contact there for the rear bumper. Hopefully Daniel, no, he is going to pit this lap. Matter of fact, right now, the Daniel Parmalee machine is into the pits. Closest battle up in here, up besides for the race lead. Look at the suspension going to work here tonight from these GR86s as they you try to carry the speed, you try to carry as much momentum as you can, especially at a track like Thruxton. Side by side here for Christian, as well as Jake Steckler. Nice, cool, calm, and collected pass there for Jake. VehicleBuyers.com machine, one of many here tonight. Driver 42 up to 14th position. Uh-oh, we see, I just saw a chat that says this chat is getting funny. So real quick, as we take a look at battle for the race lead once again, let's see, oh shoot, love the racing drama, a few. Oh God, what did I miss? Only during Halloween season, okay. Well, I think I'm out of the loop here. You got to fill me in here briefly as we continue to see battle for the race lead continues to heat up here. Looking like a Louisiana shrimp boil here tonight, as close and as tight as this battling, as hot as this battling has been. A little bit too spicy for me, even with the Cajun seasoning. Here we go. Does Stone try to make a move right here before, as well take the white flag lap before the competition caution. This is Stone. You can't fault him here for it because you basically have this as a test session here. We're going to run side by side. This is Stone trying to size him up here for it, coming to what will be the checkered flag in 20 minutes time. This is the green and white checkered flag here for the end of, basically, you could call it stage. We'll call it the end of the half of the race here, as we're going to scrunch and bunch all these drivers all back up here after Stone makes his way to turn number 8 on the track. Stone makes a move on his little bro there, coming into turn number 1. Marvin Samayoa continues to creep within the distance. Alixay loses a little bit of time here coming to our competition caution. Slater Colby also, remember, he was up there battling for 3rd and 4th. He's going to drop back to 5th after gaining 4 earlier on. Brandon Birch and Daniel Higgins are starting to hound Joe Rainey's rear bumper as well. All right, who's going to get the stage win here tonight as we just approach the 25 minute mark here as we are halfway through the race at Thruxton. Caution should be coming out here just about now. Stone Colby looks like he'll take it away from his little bro. Ooh, we're checking up. All right. We're going to slow and whoa all of these drivers back down here tonight. Real quick, take us a quick word from one of our sponsors and affiliates real quick. Be right back with you on Stam Studio Network. My name is Sean Stam, and yes, I will check up on that YouTube land chat. I'll be right back with you up here in the booth.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back here live on Stam Studio Network. You have tuned in. My name is Sean Stam. First of all, real quick, if you tune into the vertical broadcast, make sure you mosey your way on over to horizontal land. And if you're already here, you can hit that little gear icon, bump the quality up to 1440p, 60 frames a second. Before we get going, a special thank you to the YouTube members here: Harvest, Ashley, Fluky86, Irish, and new member here. We got to update that bottom scroll. Austin Mice McConey setup. Bump and run NASCAR series driver there. He's made his way here into the pit pass for Stam Studio Network. Austin, I appreciate that, as well as all of you joining in here tonight. We have reached the mandatory competition caution here, 20 minutes in. We're going to bunch and scrunch the field all back together. We got the wave rounds taken care of here, as well as we're going to hear from the league owner up here in the booth. Mr. Johnson, how about it? This Sean Stam up in the booth. You got yourself a copy, man.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Hey, loud and clear, loud and clear. How's the racetrack feeling here tonight? It looks really fun, really fast, really flowy here so far.
Racetrack looks fine, but I lagged out somehow, so I had to come back into the session. That's never happened to me before. So, I'm trying to catch back up here.
All right, I got you.
So, no, you already waved me around, so you're good. But
I was gonna say I won't distract you too much here.
No, we're good. I'm only 12 seconds back. They're slow. But yeah, I mean it was cool. I just hit my fastest lap actually.
I was about to say that, man. You're reading my mind here tonight, Warren. I appreciate you putting this track combo here. Not only the GR86s, but as well as Thruxton. You put them together. It's like a peanut butter sandwich here tonight. It couldn't go better. This is one of my favorite track combos, and you have that draft, you have that slipstream to work with. But walk them through the old the race fans right to your really the two passing opportunities. It's turn 1, turn 3.
Well, just before, right where I just came out of, you can go side by side there. A little lift here, just barely, and you get all the way on the throttle. You're just drafting all the way through here. The next passing zone, yeah, see, I'm at the tail end now. But the next passing zone is up here at the chicane. If you can time it right, and you guys, and the two cars that are racing take the correct lines for their spot in the race, they can make a pass there. But if you have two cars that don't know what they're doing, or one that doesn't know what they're doing, then it's going to be a disaster. So, but we'll see here. Well, looks like we're going to go green soon.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking your time up here. I'll drop you back in the Apex Motor Club chat, and have a great rest of your race, Warren. It's going to be a fun one to watch.
Thanks, Sean. See ya.
All right, remember the original race starts here. It was clean, green, and mean here. Will we see elbows out this time, Bias? The green flag is out once again from Thruxton here across the pond. So far, clean, cool, calm, and collected. Slater Colby, he's going to continue to run fifth here. Here comes Ali XA, Marvin Samayor. He continued to run third. But there we do see that side-by-side. Slater, of course, he's going to send it down into the inside. Seen it side-by-side there, right there, behind him there. We are tongue-twisted up here tonight as drivers continue to throw elbows out here as halfway through this Thruxton race. Single filing it up here through the race pack as well as the race lead. Nico Colby continues to lead Stone Colby there. As real quick note, Nico made the pass over Stone. How did he make this work? This was in the tough, treacherous turn number one. Nico says, thank you very much, big bro. I'll take that race lead right away from you. But remember, Stone, he has worked with this draft. This whole the first half of this race, Stone, he has been right there within the slipstream. Stone, he knows what's coming. We saw him, he made the science experiment happen there on the white flag lap before the end of what you could call the stage finish here for our competition caution. Although you obviously want to be leading a race here, I would keep my eyeballs in my rear view mirror basically the whole time if I was Nico at this point on forward. Some more side-by-side here between Andrew Bound, Ali XA. Ali XA has pretty much been the driver we've seen the most side-by-side out of here tonight, but it's been cool, it's been calm, it's been collected. Ali XA continues not to make any contact there with drivers around him. This is why you join in on Stam Studio Network. You see clean, cool racing here, not only within oval, but as well as road course racing. West Coast Sim Racing League putting on a show here tonight for the fans. Lucas Barnett, he makes his way back up to where he originally started this race. Rainey Holmes Racing, Joe Rennie starting to join this battle for 6th and 7th, as well as Brandon Birch, Daniel Higgins, Darren Colby, blanket over 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th as well. On board with Daniel Higgins here, and remember, once again, we have live driver cameras here tonight. We're going to hop on board with Andreas Profana this time, and remember, he is a live driver camera there. He's on the bottom side, got Marvin up Marvin is he's having the best time of his life up there, man, just grinning and laughing up a storm. This is why you race with us over here, not only West Coast Sim Racing, the Apex Motor Club Sim Racing League as well. We're not only side by side out here on the track week after week after week, but we're having fun here in the voice chats. We are making friendships that just cannot be beat. Oh boy, Andreas, he continues to fight his number 95 Johnnyco machine as he tries to reel in. Oh boy, Joe Rainey's gonna run side by side here between Brandon Birch. Joe Rainey, will we see him make a draw of a bead for that P8 there, as well as some nice. Oh, how about Darren Colby? He's in back and forth here tonight. You know what else is back and forth? Stone Colby. He's done it 10 minutes early. I thought we would see this on the white flag lap. Nope. Stone says, Sean, go ahead, watch this. Race fans, go ahead, watch this. I'm not going to hang around anymore. Stone says, using my speed, using my momentum, after having patience like a stone, out to the race lead. Oh boy, this is when things are starting to heat up. We're going to get to the nitty gritty here tonight. 10 minutes left to go from Thruxton. Here we go. This is battle for second and third. Two black and gold machines. Oh, Slater Colby sent it down there, put the stamp on it down down there in turn number 1. Both Colbys are going to miss it. So is Marvin Samayoa. Here comes 3 wide for the race lead. Whoa, my Andrew Bound out of nowhere. Oh, that's going to be Nico down there on the outside this time. There we've seen it. Turn 1, turn 3 tends to be the passing opportunity here tonight. That would not only the passing opportunity, that was the pass of the century there for Andrew Bound. 2 and 3 wide for the race lead. We're going to start to settle things back down here. Take a quick replay of it. Gosh, Slater sent it Mach 2 in there. These drivers try not to get the slowdown out of this game. There we see 2, 3, and even 4 wide for a brief second. Andrew Bound's going to come away with it out there in the inside line there in 3 and 4, coming to 5. There you see Nico Colby. He had to jerk the wheel there a little bit, try to keep it out the side door of Andrew Bound. We're going to continue to boil things up here for the race lead. 31 minutes down, 40 in the race, so that means 9 coming to 8 minutes to go this time by Stone Colby. Remember, he's continued to have patience here. He's continued to work his way through the pack time and time, race after race, side by side once again for the race lead. Stone, remember, a week ago at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, came away with the race win. Slater was P2, Nico was P3. We had a triple Colby action. Could we possibly be looking for it tonight? I don't think so. Slater Colby drops down to P8. Nico Colby Stone run all P2 and P3 as Andrew Bound continues to fight his way up and through the race lead. Ollie XA starting to join this battle for the final driver interview spot as well.
How are we doing, Sean? I'm up here with you in the booth.
Oh, what happened, Warren? What's going on?
Just another internet drop, so we're back here with you. If I could share your screen, that'd be good.
I got you, man. We continue to see battles all over the track. Give me 1 second here.
Look at Alexei there going with Brandon. That's a wow. Brandon's up to P4. I didn't know that. Wow, he's up there. Great job for Brandon. There we go. I see you now.
Well, unfortunately, man, I don't know if it's going to take the old unplug and replug for the old internet box here, but with the final 7.5 minutes to go in this race here, Warren, once again, an excellent track combination choice here, side by side. It's been so many times. Now we're starting to make the final draft, final pushes here in the race. This is starting to remind me a lot of our Daytona NASCAR race there on Sunday night.
Absolutely. Nico to the front. Andrew, wow, getting pushed by Stone. Look at this push from Stone onto Nico here, coming down to the final chicane, going on to the front straight. Nico takes it. Ooh, Marvin goes off. Now, let me tell you something. I have some insider info about Marvin Samoya. He has raced the entire race with no force feedback. His force feedback cut out on him, and he is sitting there like he's playing an arcade game at a pizza parlor. You know, those little initial D machines. So that's unfortunate for him. Yeah, I think he's done.
He's done.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Marvin. But what a trooper, man. He's stuck with that whole race with that issue.
Oh.
He was fighting in the top 5. Look at that. Look at that crazy run from Stone on Brandon Birchow. Look at that. Was a great move. But very unfortunate for Marvin and myself. He was doing really good up until there. And what a trooper. You know, he stuck it out. A little contact there from Stone and Brandon. Those guys love racing each other like that. So that's some good racing between these guys. We've got Nico Colby. He's got about a second on his brother Stone there. See if he can pull that gap. Maybe another half second, then he's gone. They're not going to catch the draft. Yeah, look, Stone's catching up already. You can make up a half a second on this back straight easily with the draft.
Yeah, how far back do you think you have to be before that draft doesn't really play an effect? I mean, not to mention
1.5 seconds.
that's crazy, but that's how.
Yeah.
Goodness. And I think
usually it's 1.2. Usually it's 1.2, but here it extends to 1.5.
Well, right, definitely so, because look at even Joe Rainey there. You start to beat and bang there on the front, on the back bumper there, the driver in front of you. Like Stone says, time after time, after trying to make the lap times, you push as hard as you can, but you can't even see the apex as closer as you get to that rear bumper up there in front of you.
Yeah, look, we're on board here with Joe Rainey, P6. He started like P14. And yeah, look, he's had a hell of a race. He had no practice. He came in at the tail end of qualifying. He's up to P6. You know, this guy makes it happen every race. He's really late. He doesn't get much practice. He finds himself up there, top 5, top 10, even on the podium for some races. I think he's got a win this year. So, you know, this is he's always in the mix in this league for sure. Got a 0.4 second gap now to the lead, Nico and Stone. That's just eating away. Like I said, that you can gain a half a second. Look, 0.2, 0.1. I tell you, he's right on the bumper. So that you can literally gain a half a second of draft on that last straightaway.
Oh,
so,
here he comes!
Here he goes, the bump and run on Stone Colby on his brother Nico. What a move! That was fucking awesome. That was a great move.
The crossover out of turn 12 at Thruxton, but you can't show Nico your hands here just yet because you know what, Nico, he's a quick learner. He is running for Youth Athlete of the Year. You can vote for him, youthathlete.org there, I believe that is. He is not out of this fight, and you know who else is not out of this fight? Andrew Bound. Don't look now, but Slater Colby starts to join this front battle as well.
Yeah, this is crazy. If they catch these drafts like they need to, this can be anyone's race in this top 5. Even Joe Rainey has a chance to win this race. You know, anything can happen at these tracks, and especially at a track like this. So there goes Nico Colby on his brother Stone again for the lead. Wow, this is some insane racing up here at the front. I'd love to see, you know, the onboards and everything. These guys are just fighting. I want to see us onboard a Stone Colby here. He's going to make another move. Watch this. Cut that curve a lot there. Back out to the red. Perfect. Got a perfect line so far here back behind Nico. Looks like we got 3 minutes to go here, so we got about maybe two laps left. Is he gonna do another move on board? No. Gonna think better of it this time. We're gonna see if he can get him on the exit onto this front straight. See if he can get a better exit. Don't get the 2-second slowdown right there. Looks like the exit. Nico got a better exit. Andrew's right here, though. Look at that. Look at that whole draft. He got right back into it. Slater's back there 1.1, so he's still a possibility in this race. But, you know, it's ticking away for him. You know, he gained a 10th there. Got to be smooth on the brakes here. Trail out to the apex. Come back around to the sweeping left. Got to avoid the curves, but they're doing good to control the car moving out of the curve. That's crazy. Oh, look, Andrew got a good run here. As they come down one of the backs, the first straight, really. The first main straight. Look at Andrews creeping up, 0.3, 0.2. He's right here, guys. This is a battle for the podium spot. This is something else.
With those lap times ranging in the 121 here, Warren, with 2 minutes to go, depending on when these drivers get to that start-finish line, that will warrant what brings out the white flag lap here tonight. It's going to be closer coming to it. It'll be 2 to 1 lap to go this
Andrew
time by. Here comes Andrew Bound. He's going to make the speed. Momentum worked on but he's got no help on that outside.
He's got no draft. He's got no one bumping him. He's got to make it move on the inside.
Oh!
He's going on the inside, and Nico for the lead of the race. Andrew Bound, that's crazy. 2 for 1 in the chicane at Thruxton Speedway. That is unbelievable, Sean. What did we just see?
We saw a pass for not only the lead, but a pass of the century there for the Peppa Pig 651. White flag is out here from Thruxton. Remember, Nico, he has been learning this whole race from Stone after, here comes Slater Colby out of nowhere. Bump Stone into the corner.
Are back in the race. Slater and Brandon are back. This is anyone's race in the top 5. What an unbelievable finish. This is going to be the last lap also. Unfortunately, Joe Rainey's about 4 seconds back. 3 seconds back of Brandon, so it's anyone in this top 5. We're going to see some crazy action here. Let's stay on these guys. Nico and Andrew out in the front. Nico's going to try it. Look around the outside. That's not smart here. Don't do that. Don't mess around in this turn. You need a good exit for this back stretch. You don't want to be messing around on this last turn. He's going to get that draft, though. He's 2/10 back. Is Stone going to make another move? We got Slater behind him. Is Slater going to make a move on Stone? Nico's got a good run on Andrew here for the lead. Sean, what's going to happen?
Coming down the back straightaway for the final time into turns 9, 10, 11, and 12. Here we go. It's the final straightaway. Here comes Nico Colby down the inside. He's got the help from Stone. There's contact from Andrew Bound. Who gets it done here tonight? Side by side contact again. Andrew Bound to the start-finish line, but here comes Stone.
Nico, no. It's Andrew Bound wins a thriller
Does he
That
though,
Thruxton
Warren?
Speedway.
Does he? Because look at the top left of the screen. Black flags are displayed right now for Andrew and Stone. They finished this race with a slowdown. Did Slater Colby just win one out of nowhere tonight?
We're gonna have to see. That is unbelievable.
Oh,
Slater's
Slater
got a
looks
smile on it.
defeated.
Look at that smile.
Is it defeated or is it a
Oh.
smile? I don't know.
No, I see a smile from Slater. We're gonna see the pecking order.
Oh
Andrew
my-
Bound, Stone, Slater. I
What
don't know
a
what's gonna
race,
happen with
what
the
a
slowdown.
finish.
I think the slowdown is okay, but it's if you have. Well, look at I mean, going side by side through there is crazy. It was bound to happen, and unfortunately, it happened to Nico Colby this time. We got even 2 more cars back there. Was that? I don't know who that was.
That was Noah Blackwell and Jake Steckler also involved on the coming to the checkered flag.
Oh man, that's unfortunate for Nico, but I mean, it had to happen. Something had to give, Sean. Something had to give. Let's see what happened back here between Noah Blackwell. I believe that's Jake Steckler, Joe Rainey there with Danny. Yeah, Noah Blackwell and I think that's Jake Steckler collecting each other. They'll lose a couple positions, but still a good race throughout the entire time tonight. Look at Daniel Higgins go around the inside of Joe there. Yeah, that was a good move from Daniel also on Joe. He had quite the race also. Not the best pace we've seen out of Daniel, but it looks like he recovered quite well. So man, what a finish, Sean.
Goodness, Warren, you picked a great time to join up here in the booth. There we see it. It's official. It's unofficially official. Slater Colby to the victory lane booth here tonight. Brandon Birch, as well as Joe Rainey, out of nowhere. Front 2 getting disqualified after coming across the checkered flag with slowdown penalties.
My goodness. Was it slowdowns or did they hit the incident limit? Do we have the incident counter? Can we see? It's okay if not.
I don't trust it.
in the interview.
I don't trust it. Yeah, we'll get him with the interview.
Well,
Speaking of it,
if it's high enough that we can kind of maybe see something.
let me.
Pull it up if you can. If not, it's okay. We'll talk to him. But what, man? Slater might have gotten away with one. Slater, Brandon, Joe. Look at Brandon there, P2. That's pretty awesome. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to see what happens here.
Slater,
tonight,
welcome
guys.
in here to the Victory Lane broadcast booth. Congratulations on it here, man. What's going through your minds right here, right now?
The lap.
Honestly, first off, what I really want to say is I'm really sorry to Marvin.
Oh, no.
I absolutely just sent it and kind of just screwed his race a little bit. The set where he actually crashed was a different incident, but I made a stupid move and tried to go from like 4th to 1st and almost grenaded the whole front pack. So I want to apologize to everyone for that. But all said and done, we came out good, and I charged hard in the beginning. I tried to make as many passes as I could on the start, and I almost lost it going over one of the curbs, but it was a lot of fun. Me and Andrew were trying to go back and forth, trying to bump each other, and trying to get ourselves the lead pack. The competition caution helped a lot. I was able to get a lot of us back in it, and Brandon Birch came out of nowhere. I don't even know where he came out of, and the next thing you know, me and Andrew were getting around him. But the last lap was, I don't even know what happened. I saw Nico spinning in front of me. I veered away from him, and I don't know. That was some of the craziest racing at the end I've done so far. Did I end up winning?
Yeah, you're the winner here tonight, man.
Well, I'll take it.
according to SDK right now, it's unofficially official, but right now, I don't know.
Yeah, Slater's the winner.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Well, Slater,
I'll take
congratulations on your race win here tonight. What was going through your mind is real quick. We're going to hop on board with you coming to the checkered flag here. Like you said, I mean, you saw a spinning Nico Colbster. You saw quite a few things happening there in front of you, but what was going through your mind as you just tried to hit the apex 3 and 4 wide coming to the line?
Honestly, going into that corkscrew at the end, I saw them going 3 and deep, and I was like, I'm just going to brake a little bit earlier because this is probably going to turn into a little bit of a shit show. And It did. I figured I was like, all right, I'll break a little earlier. Those guys all went in 3 wide, and I was like, I'm just gonna get on the gas right after the first apex and just go and see what happens. That's exactly what I did, and I saw Nico get spun around. Luckily, I got away from him, but when I veered out of the way from him, Birch got a really good run on me, and it was real close for that spot right there, but I ended up taking it from him.
Yeah, by 6 100s.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Could barely be closer than that, but congratulations on your race win here tonight. As we're looking at the all slow-mo here, side by side up here in front to the checkered flag. Who we shouting out to, Mayor Manslater? Who makes it all possible for you?
You for broadcasting, of course.
Woohoo!
Warren for putting on a great league. I think are we at the halfway?
Oh, we're
yet,
past
Warren?
the halfway.
We are?
We're down to like the last 4.
All right, so that's why I got to start making these races count. Stone's got a decent points lead, so I'm gonna start chipping away at that. But overstock vehicles, vehiclebuyers.com, friends and family watching at home, and yeah, that's about it.
I appreciate that, Slater. Have a great rest of your night. And I believe Warren Johnson, league owner, is caught up with Brandon Burt, RP2 driver here tonight.
How we doing, Brandon?
What's going on?
Dude, P2 out of nowhere. You know, you came in late. We were watching you. You were saying you were struggling there, and I was watching there in P6 up to P4, and I'm like, look at this guy. He's on the move. And then you ended up with P2, man. How do you feel in it?
No, it was fun for sure. I mean, I joined right before qualifying, so I didn't have a ton of practice, and I really was behind the pace, honestly. But I just kind of was going slow and steady the whole race, and obviously some other people had some events that took them back a little bit, and I was able to take advantage of them. And so, yeah, I guess it ended up working out.
Yeah, it definitely did for you, P2, man. I love seeing you on the podium up here, and that's a great result for you tonight. What was one of the main takeaways of tonight's race? Anything you learned, or just, any main things that you were worried about through the whole race?
I normally get a little too excited and try to pass somebody in places that I shouldn't. So tonight I was like, nah, I'm just going to sit back, and people passed me when I maybe could have held it off, but I'm trying not to crash as much. So that's what I got to do.
Yeah, we did see that a lot maybe at the beginning of the season, but you have definitely improved, I feel like, a lot as a driver throughout this season, and it's evident today. Look, P2. Where did you start the race again?
No, I think 12th or something.
Like that's crazy. 10 spots up to P2, Brandon. Congratulations on that, man. You should definitely be proud of yourself. And anyone you'd like to thank for your P2 tonight?
Yeah, of course, Sean for broadcasting, you for putting on the league. Logan's always in here cheering everybody on, and vehiclebuyers.com if you want to sell a car, overstockvehicles.com if you want to buy one.
All righty. Well, thank you again, Brandon, for racing with us always, and congrats on your P2, man. Definitely celebrate that one tonight.
Thanks.
Man, Warren, we continue to see really close battles, not only during the races, but as well as within the point standings. That'll be interesting to see when everything gets updated there. I believe Joe Rain, though, out of Rainy Homes Racing, shot out of a cannon the second half of this race. Rainy, you got yourself a copy.
I am here.
Joe, how about it, man? How about it? Walk us through. That's turn 11 and 12. What did you see at the eyeballs there as, man, oh man, 2-3 different spins that last lap?
Yeah, that was interesting. Everybody got a slowdown is what really happened there, because so that Higgins he'd passed me. He dove on me at the end, but so I was going from P5 to 6, I thought. And then he had to stop in front. He was smart enough to stop before the start and finish, so he could wipe out that penalty.
Yeah.
And then I came around the corner and I see Nico is into the wall basically, and then I seen the other two go across when they had slowdowns. I'm like, I just watched me go from P6 3, up to P3. So I was like, oh, that's too bad. So. But yeah, no, it worked out well. I think I showed up about 1 minute after qualifying started, so I was really late showing up, and it looks like that's the way to get to the front. So I need to quit practicing. So
Well, Joe, it's a complete redemption there after last week for most sports. After, man, you had the speed, you had the pace. Unfortunately, late race incident dropped you to P9 last week. But, man, how about it? Yin and yang up here, back up here to P3 tonight.
yeah, I'll take a qualified P14 ended P3. I'll take that any day.
That's
So,
crazy. Great job, Joe.
Yeah, no, just luck. Couple lucky. I missed a couple wrecks and things. I just got lucky in some spots that I was able to avoid some stuff that happened. So that definitely helped.
I got something for him. So no practice, and just at the beginning of qualifying, anything that you learned about the track? Kind of same question from Brandon, that you kind of realized, or did you just start getting in a groove? You caught the draft. What was like the main thing for you to?
Well, I think the draft was one thing, and then I started I followed a few people through and seen different lines, so I'd start trying some different stuff, and the time started falling off. So, just watching the guys in front of me.
Gotcha.
once I after that restart, I ended up in P6 pretty quickly, and so I was able to to hang. I was with the front pack that last half the race, and then I got a slowdown. That's what kind of lost me a little bit. But being in the front, I was behind Stone, or was it? Yeah, Stone or Slater, one of them, and I was able to see what they were doing, and I cut another half a second a lap just watching some things that they were doing that were different. So
that's that's definitely something that we've seen from you. That's, at least for me, the biggest thing I've noticed about your driving is you're adaptive. You can adapt to any sort of situation, the changing course conditions and how your car is feeling, the tire temps, all that stuff. And maybe even a bad qualifying session, you're able to adapt and overcome those certain obstacles throughout a race. And that's
one of my biggest problems is I've always been a really crappy qualifier, and I'm better in the race. So I'm always faster in the race, which makes no sense, but that's who I am. So I guess I have to have a rabbit to chase, quite frankly.
I agree.
So.
I'm right there with you. Well, I'll let Sean take over. Sorry for interrupting there, Sean, but I had to ask old Joe Rainey a couple questions.
No, man, you're all good. Anytime, Warren. Appreciate all that you do. We were up to 59. I believe that's, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to count them all, but I appreciate every single one of you joining in live tonight on SSN. 59, if that is true, man. Each and every single one of you, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Joe Rainey. Congratulations on your P3 here tonight, as well as all the racers for putting on a show for the race fans. I'm going to catch my virtual flight on back home, but things are not going to stay virtual for too much longer. This Friday, I'll be out at ATX Sim for the Longhorn Sim Racing League. That's UT at Austin. I'll be putting on a live broadcast for their sim racing out there, as well as joining Apex Motor Club for some live broadcasting coming up here late October. So make sure you subscribe. You stick around here at Stam Studio Network. We're on the road to 1,000, excuse me. We're already upwards of 860. Subscriber number 1, just as important as subscriber number 860. I appreciate each and every single one of you joining in here tonight. Real quick, before we get going, I'm going to shout out the top chat here tonight. Looks like the top chat, Melina and Moonlight going to tie it up there for 1 and 2. Terry's going to come away with P3. Ted, Logan, Lumit, Melanie, Jordan, Shotberry, as well as Cameo running on the top 10 and the YouTube chat. Appreciate each and every single one of you joining in here tonight. Stam Studio Network, Sean Stam. I'll catch you all here. Let's see. Join Wednesday night for some Apex Motor Club sim racing, as well as Thursday for West Coast Sim Racing multi-class. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.